Coming up on the show this week, I've got a construction update from Loke, the Intamin Gyro Swing opening at Liseberg in Sweden. I've also got construction updates on the two brand new rides opening in the UK next year, both Construction 2018 at Blackpool Pleasure Beach and SW8 at Alton Towers. Along with all that, I'm going to be talking all about the 25th anniversary that just kicked off over the weekend at Disneyland Paris. I'm Shawn Sanbrooke, this is Theme Park Worldwide, the show, and that means it's time to cue those titles. Welcome to this week's episode of the show. Now I know I always seem to mention it, but it's been a busy week here at Theme Park Worldwide. This week more than ever, we've had a lot of new videos go online, one every day, and sometimes there's been two a day. We had a brand new episode of Let's Play Planet Coaster, we had our Fantasy Island vlog where we went to go and see all the changes done to the pyramid. We had a fantastic day, so check that out. We went to Chester World of Adventures, so check out the vlog from that. Again, we went to ride the Gruffalo and review that ride. It was fantastic, so make sure you check that out if you've not heard what we think to the Gruffalo so far. And we also had a construction update on SW8 Alton Towers and Blackpool Pleasure Beach on Construction 2018. So a lot has gone online, along with today our Alton Towers vlog that will be online, so make sure you stay tuned for that also. But yeah, there's so much going on Theme Park Worldwide at the moment. We really are in the sort of main part of that UK season kicking in now, and we're getting out there to all the parks. And next week, of course, we're heading over to Spain, me and Charlotte, for 4 days of live updates from the opening of Ferrari Land, the brand new theme park at Portaventura World. So much going on with Theme Park Worldwide at the moment. It's a great time to be a part of the channel, and I hope you enjoy all the videos that we upload. Quite a bit to get through then this week, so it's time for news off the rails. So the big news this week comes from the two brand new roller coasters that are set to open here in the UK in 2018. It seems really strange saying that two big rides are opening in this country in the same year. It really is exciting, and of course we've got Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which is going head to head with Alton Towers. Both rides opening in spring 2018. Of course you've got a double launch Mack Mega Coaster opening in Blackpool and a GCI wooden roller coaster opening at Alton Towers. So two very different style rides. However, it's going to be fantastic to watch both. And that's what we're going to talk about in this episode, how the construction is really progressing on both. Obviously with SW8 we've not been in the park all winter, so a lot has taken place since our last update that we did here on the channel. Foundations for the top half of the coaster themselves are nearly done by the looks of it. There's literally where the footers are going to go all across the bottom, which has been put in there on the site. That's for the top of the lift hill and also the first drop, it seems. Now looking at the plans, the first drop is going to be in a tunnel as well, so whether that means there's going to be some extra footers around that top end of the site to have started there first, who knows, it's all speculation, but there is so much to see with SW8 at the moment at Alton Towers. Lots going on, and it was great to get into the park for the first time on Monday and go and see everything what's going on there. Down the bottom end of the site, the station area is really starting to take shape. The large building is home to the station, the maintenance area, a pre-show, and of course a shop as well. So there's a lot going on in this massive building, and that's located just behind the Burger Kitchen in Mutiny Bay. Now there's a new footpath that connects Gloomywood and Forbidden Valley down with Mutiny Bay in the park entrance. So basically you've got this big path which runs right next to the site for SW8, so you can get lots of updates. And of course the Sky Ride is running as well. If you jump on the Sky Ride at Tower Street and get off in Forbidden Valley, or go the other way, you're going to get a fantastic view of the construction site as well. So if you want to see that, make sure you get to Alton Towers and see it in person. If you can't get there, then check out our brand new video that went online yesterday following the construction of SW8. It's about 7 minutes long, and I'll take you around all the site and explain things in a little bit further detail. Also yesterday I put on a video thanks to the wonderful marketing team at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Those guys are great, and we're working with them closely from now on all the way through this construction process. They're filming some official videos as well, which we will be uploading to our YouTube channel, and one of those was done yesterday. It's only just over a minute long, but one of the designers at the park actually talks us through the ride and how construction is going well so far. Phase 1 is now complete, and that is over 80% of the footers for the ride have now gone in place. The foundations for this brand new attraction attraction, which is good to see. Of course, it's going to have more interactions than any other roller coaster in the world. It's going to interact with the big one, the Big Dipper, Steeplechase, all these different rides around the park. So it's going to be really good to follow. And again, make sure you check out that video that we put online yesterday. Now, phase 2 of the project in Blackpool, as mentioned in the video, we'll be building a substation to power the ride, along with the electrics to the ride themselves. Later on this year, towards the back end of the year, we'll see track arrive on site. The maintenance track will start to go up. So yeah, it's really exciting times for Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I can't wait to get back there in the coming weeks and go and see it for myself in person. But once again, thank you to the marketing team for sending us the video, and we look forward to getting many updates from you guys to share here on Theme Park Worldwide throughout the year. So yeah, it's very exciting. Also, what's exciting then here in the UK, quite a lot going on in the UK. It's nice, with us being Theme Park Worldwide, of course we cover all these theme parks and attractions across the world, but it's always nice and extra special to have things so close to home to talk about. Darren Brown's Ghost Train opens this Friday at Thorpe Park. Now, of course, it did officially open last year. It went through lots and lots of problems, and they've spruced it up this year. Darren Brown's Ghost Train Rise of the Demon. We're still not sure on what's going to feature in there. There's been a few videos released from the park sort of teasing things. You like got Darren Brown sitting people down on a chair with the VR headset on, and it looks like we're going to maybe see spiders in there, things to do with inoculation maybe, so it sounds very sort of, ooh, they're going for things that people might not like this time. I know a lot of people, including myself, went on it and didn't really find it scary at all. I loved it as an experience, but it wasn't really as scary as they were making out, so I'm looking forward to getting on it and seeing what changes they've made. Hopefully they've sorted out that second section of virtual reality as well, because I loved the live scene right in the middle. It was fantastic. I won't go into the details because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't yet done it, but who knows, the whole thing could change when it opens on Friday. But we'll find out next Wednesday when we'll be doing a vlog, our first vlog of the year from Thorpe Park. There's brand new audio throughout the park from Inoscore. They've started to separate the areas off again, like Swarm Island. So I can't wait to go and sort of see all of that and work out what Thorpe Park's actually doing. Are they a thrill park? Are they a family park? Who knows? I want to get on the new timber tugboat as well. They've actually brought in a Zamperla rocking tug, which used to be at Weymouth Sea Life Centre, and they've brought that into the Old Town section. It used to be known as Canada Creek at Thorpe Park. So lots going on. We'll review the updated Ghost Train and all the other changes at the park next week with a vlog, and we're visiting on Wednesday. So make sure you stay tuned across our Instagram. We'll be doing a story over on Instagram, so make sure you do follow us for that. I like the stories on Instagram. It's something a little bit different, and it seems you guys have enjoyed them lately as well. Over on Twitter at ThemeParkWW, where we're posting our usual updates, and of course on our main Facebook page as well. Moving on then to Disneyland Paris and the 25th anniversary. It kicked in on Sunday, and wow, I think they've done a fantastic job with decorations. The 25th anniversary has very similar decorations to that Diamond 60th anniversary what Disneyland in California had just a couple of years ago. You've got the silver, you've got the blue, it's all down Main Street, they've got it on the pagoda, and they even have Mickey up on the train station with the big 25 saying bye to all the guests at night. How awesome is that? The main things was a brand new parade and also nighttime show to replace Disney Dreams. Now, I absolutely love Disney Dreams. When it first launched in 2012 for the 20th anniversary, I was there just a couple of weeks after it started, and I loved it. The first time we'd seen proper projection mapping on the Paris Castle, a fountain package was put in. Bear in mind there was no fountains there before. There was water screens, fire, pyrotechnics, and of course fireworks. It was a brilliant show, and it's sad that it's gone. This new show, Disney Illuminations, I've watched it. There's been videos online on YouTube what people have done, and yeah, it looks like a visually very impressive show. However, it doesn't quite get to the heartstrings as what Disney Dreams did. It looks brilliant, like I say, and they've got some really good new sections in there. Pirates of the Caribbean, loads of flame effects. It looks awesome. Star Wars section for you Star Wars fans out there, but it really seems to be going out there and doing like the franchise stuff and putting it all in there as well, which is interesting. I know a lot of people will like that, but me personally, I did like how it was sort of hosted by Peter Pan, and you sort of had that journey through the second start of the ride, whereas now it's hosted by Mickey, similar to the show at Shanghai Disneyland that we'll be doing in a couple of months. I'm so excited. Just over 2 months until that trip. Crazy. But yeah, it just looks great, but it's just not got quite that same touch to it as Disney Dreams had. But I can't review it fully until I've seen it in person. Of course, we're going to be there for Christmas and hopefully get a trip in this summer to Disneyland Paris as well. In terms of the new parade. It replaced Magic on Parade. I was sick of that parade, let's be honest. You know, it's the same soundtrack on loop. It didn't have individual audio for the floats. This brand new parade is a massive upgrade for Paris, and it's probably one of my favourite Disney parades I've ever seen. It's really good. It's very similar to Festival of Fantasy, which they've got over at the Magic Kingdom in Florida. It's brilliant what they've done. You've got the Maleficent Dragon, there's floats for all sorts of different things on there. You've got like a big crush on the Finding Nemo floats. There is all sorts. Mickey and Minnie actually lead the parade with a very steampunk inspired float, which is nice. The Maleficent Dragon's got the fire in it as well. That's had a few different touches to what you've got over at the Magic Kingdom in Florida. It looks even more steampunk. The parade ends with all the princesses. You've got a brand new float for Frozen. There is so many new floats and it looks fantastic. The soundtrack's great. There's individual music on each float again, and I really enjoy that. If you've been to a Disney park, you'll know what I mean by the individual music per float. With Magic on Parade, which was the old one, it used to have one soundtrack that played in the background, and then that was it. It just loop every 3 or 4 minutes. Whereas now, yes, it does loop, but little bits sort of mix in with it and stuff. So say like when the Maleficent's Dragon comes on, you get some different music. When the Toy Story float comes down, they sing Have You Got a Friend in Me and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I really do like what they've done at Disneyland Paris. There's also a couple of new stage shows as well to see, and I can't wait to get out there and go and experience it, along with Mickey and the Magician, which was a show that launched last year. That replaced Animagique, and that looks brilliant over in Walt Disney Studios. So I'll be there, hopefully not too long until I get out there to Disneyland Paris. It's been nearly 2 years since I last went. I can't believe it. Bear in mind it's our closest Disney resort. I still can't believe it. I was working out with Alex the other night actually. We started putting a few plans together for Asia for the end of May, and of course we worked out that if I don't go to Disneyland Paris before that trip, I've done every other Disney resort in the world other than Paris within the past sort of couple of years. So yeah, that's bad really, isn't it? I need to get back to Paris and see it all. I have been there a lot over the years, but I look forward to getting back and seeing it. And of course Hyperspace Mountain, Star Tours open, that looks really good what they've done. Star Tours The Adventures Continue. So yeah, it looks great over in Disneyland Paris, and I can't wait to share the updates here on the channel. Final bit of news to talk about. I told you there was a lot this week, and that is from Liseberg. Now we haven't really seen many updates come from this ride over on Facebook and Twitter. However, a little gem for you is the Liseberg official Instagram page. So get over there whilst you're searching for Theme Park Worldwide and following us there. Go and follow the Liseberg page. It's really worth seeing because we also got this image out of that. Here it is from the official Liseberg Instagram, an image of Loke, the brand new Intamin Gyro Swing, very similar to Maelstrom at Drayton Manor. However, this is of course a bit bigger than that, and it's going to interact very closely with Balder. This whole new area what Liseberg are putting in, basically Balder and Loki are going to have this sort of battle, this big argument, and Loki's going to swing right over Balder, which is their wooden roller coaster at the park. And yeah, it's going to have this big sort of battle scene, and then next year you'll have the big new dive coaster, which is going in, a B&M dive coaster, which we spoke about in our updates last year. So that's really exciting to see over at Liseberg. I can't wait to get there. Me and Martin, and a lot of you like Martin out there, we're going to be there and doing a vlog at the end of April, opening weekend. We're going to be on park for 2 days, and fingers crossed Loki will be ready. Looks like they're working on the theming now on the station, and we believe it's been testing this week as well. So very good to see Loki at Liseberg. It's a brilliant park, one of my favourite parks I've ever visited, and I can't wait to do another vlog for you guys here on the channel. Lots of news I've talked about this week, but I know a lot of you do enjoy Name That Coaster. So it's time for that section. Let's go.
You're like a roller coaster, move and shake me side to side. Yes, then I know, but I make you ride like a roller coaster.
It's back then for this week. It is of course Name That Coaster. It's great to see that so many of you are enjoying the return of this segment to the show, and in general enjoying the improvements that I've made this year to the show. Everything needs an upgrade sometimes, a bit of a freshen up, a bit of a spruce, and it's great to see you enjoying the series so far. So, Name That Coaster. Last week it was quite a difficult one actually. It was in mainland Europe. It was taken from a POV here on our YouTube channel, so I'm sure there's a lot of you searching out there to try and find what it was. And it was El Diablo at Portaventura. There was literally a handful of people that got this right down below in the comments. So yeah, it was El Diablo, which is one of the worst unthemed roller coasters they've ever been on. Not a massive fan. Of course, it's Charlotte's first trip to Portaventura when we go next week, so it'll be interesting to see what she thinks to the Arrow roller coaster that opened with Portaventura back in 1995. So, this week's Guess the Coaster, we're going to take it one step further. We're going over to the States, to the USA, to a ride that I have also experienced, and it is taken from a video here on our YouTube channel. Here we go again, it's a reasonably long clip. This is this week's Name That Coaster. stop. There we go. All you need to do, remember, it's just for fun. Comment below on this video. Remember, it's in the United States of America. I have been on this coaster, and there is a video here on our YouTube channel. As always, if a few people are struggling down there, I might drop a few hints, so make sure you check below down in the comments here on our YouTube video. Next up, it's question time.
Questions, questions, questions everywhere.
So before I read out the 4 questions I've got for this week, just a reminder on how you can send your questions in to us here at the show. Ever since I did the Q&A videos as a separate thing here on the channel, we've not had quite as many questions coming in, so just a reminder, these questions are just for me here on the show. If you want to send them in, all you need to do is message them in via our Facebook page. 4 questions will get picked out each week, and I'll read them out here on the show. So get them questions sent in. There's still loads more that I'm sure you guys want to know about my life with theme parks or outside of theme parks or anything. That's why it's called Question Time, so get them sent in. The first question is from Aaron, who has asked, what do I think was the best version of the Pirates of Mutiny Bay at Alton Towers? Was it the Kingdom of Lady Victoria's Sponge or the Red Skull? It's got to be the Red Skull. I did enjoy that. A lot of you probably didn't even realise there was a pirate show at Alton Towers, because unfortunately they've not run it for the past couple of years. But yeah, it was fantastic. It launched back in 2008. They used to put a new show in every year, but then they kept one show for like 3 or 4 years without hardly changing it. But yeah, I really like the Red Skull. Thanks for your question. Georgia, my top 3 rides at Alton Towers. Oh, in first place, of course, it has got to be Nemesis. In second place, it's got to be Hex. And in third place, it's got to be 13. I love all them rides over at Alton Towers, as you'll see in the vlog on our YouTube channel, the most recent vlog. Check it out. Moving on then to the next question, which has come from Amelia, who has asked, what do I think to IMAscore working with Thorpe Park? I think that's the best thing they could have done. I was getting fed up of the music that was being played at the entrance. Many years ago, Two Souls created some really nice soundtracks for Thorpe Park. Nemesis Inferno, Colossus. We even had leaving music at the park at some point. All that gradually seems to die out, and I know the rides have sort of kept the music, but the areas themselves have lost it, and the entrance had a beautiful soundtrack. Now it's got a new one from IMAscore. I've not heard the full thing, because obviously I've not been there yet, but we'll see on Wednesday, and share plenty of it in the vlog for you guys. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it, Amelia. I think they've done a fantastic job. Finally then, we've got a question from Pin, who has asked, what is my favourite theme park entrance? It's got to be the Disney parks, Disneyland Paris, the big hotel, all the gardens in front of it, and walking through into Main Street USA under the train station. It is gorgeous. The idea of having a hotel above the entrance is perfect for me. I just think that looks so good, and it's really good. So make sure you do send in those questions to us here at the show. Lots and lots of questions still for me to ask and answer here on Theme Park Worldwide the show. I'm not going to ask them, am I? You're not going to answer them, I'm going to answer them. So make sure you do send them in for next week's episode of the show. It is now time for Merch Paradise. Now Mark, also known as Mark Megaphobia Lewis, is a fantastic guy who I first met down at Oakwood Theme Park in Wales. He's really passionate about the park, and of course Megaphobia, their brilliant wooden roller coaster as well. He's ridden that ride so many times, he's done numerous charity events, and overall is a really nice guy. And he's even done something special for me this week. Really nice of him. He's actually given me this wonderful picture. It wasn't drawn by him, but he got someone who he knows to draw it. And look at this, it's fantastic. You got the World of Theme Parks in the background. You got me there. Looks like I've got some lipstick on or something. Roller coaster in the background. Just look at that. I'll show you it close up. There you go. You got the Theme Park Worldwide logo. Welcome to the Rat House, the monorail signs, all the things what you see all around the world of theme parks. That is fantastic. Thank you so much for giving me that. It is going to go up in my bedroom. It's not even going to go in the world of theme parks. It's going to go in my bedroom where I can see it all the time. It's so good. So thank you so much to Mark for getting this made for me. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you again soon. I did see you at Alton Towers over the weekend briefly. Of course, I was working, so I didn't get as much chance to chat. But hopefully I'll see you again soon, and definitely down at Oakwood when we go for our annual trip in August. And we'll get you in the vlog again. Thanks, Mark, and that's this week's Merch Paradise. Final section of the show then now, it's TPW Showcase. been quite a lively episode of the show, hasn't it, this week? It's time for TPW Showcase. Now, firstly, let's go through the photos that you guys have sent in to share this week. The first one comes from Casey and Blair, who had a photo with me there at Chessington, so thanks for sharing that. Charlotte and her mum had a visit to the London Dungeons. Glad you had a good time there. Hope you didn't get too scared. These three people have had photos with me over the past week. Firstly, we've got Paul just there. Next up, we've got Reese as well. And then finally, we've got Kieran there as well. More photos that people have had with me in just a moment. James has got a photo on Madagascar at Motion Gate over in Dubai. Looks fantastic. I've actually got a friend of mine that works over there at the Motion Gates park. It looks awesome and I can't wait to hopefully get out there. Maybe next year, that's on the cards. Who knows? Comment below, what do you think? Dubai next year? I think it'd be worth going to see it all. So thanks for sharing. Peter and family with Charlotte and John. Hope you had a good time there when you met them at Alton Towers over the weekend. Some more people have photos with me. Firstly, you've got Jaden just there. Secondly, we've got Patrick as well, who had a photo there with me. Happy birthday then to Jess for this week. Hope you have a fantastic time. And then finally, we've got a merch collection from Jenny just here. Looks good there, you got some great items. And the final photos from Sam with an awesome keyring selection. If you have got any of the Theme Park Worldwide the show, or you see someone from Theme Park Worldwide at one of the parks, ask them for a photo. We'll send it into here as for Theme Park Worldwide the show, and we'll make sure it gets put in each Wednesday here on our YouTube channel. There we go, that wraps up another episode. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Lots of videos going online on the channel, so make sure you go and check out our vlogs, the Let's Play Planet coasters, and the construction updates from the new rides as well. There's so much going on, there really is. And of course, we'll have another episode of the show next Wednesday, just before we go out to Portaventura to go and see Ferrari Land. Then the show after will be the first on-location show of the year, where we're going to be at Portaventura, we're going to go all around the theme parks, the hotel resorts, and generally have a fantastic time and share with you guys here on the channel. I'm Shawn Sanbrooke. Thank you very much for watching Theme Park Worldwide the show. I'll see you next Wednesday, and that means it's time to cue those credits. Bye guys, have a good week.